Questions will be at the end of this video.
What is Judaism?
Judaism started from about 4,000 years ago.
Anyone born of a Jewish mother was technically Jewish. This was the first belief in God.
Who is Abraham?
Abraham is seen as the father of Jewish people. Jews believe that God made a promise to Abraham in which God chose the Hebrews to be a special people with a responsibility to keep all of his commandments.
I promise. Israelites.
History went back to a group of people called Hebrews who lived in what is now the Middle East. They did not have a permanent home. They were nomads. Home. Looking for a home. Finding a home. Where's our home? Where's our...
The kids.
Abraham and his elderly wife Sarah longed for children. Abraham was told by God that he would have a lot of descendants and they would live in their own land, the Promised Land. Soon after this, Abraham's son Isaac was born. Then Isaac had a son named Jacob, whom God named Israel. And the descendants of Abraham became known as the Israelis. God promised he would care for them if he obeyed them.
What synagogue mean?
People go to a synagogue to worship, to meet new people. A synagogue means the meeting place.
Nice to meet you.
Rectangular buildings with seats on three sides. The fourth side faces Jerusalem.
Synagogue.
Books and Moses' books.
Tanakh is a collection of 24 books. The first 5 books are known as the Torah, which means teachings, instructions God gave to Moses. The remaining 19 books are divided into the Nevi'im, which are 8 books, and the Ketuvim, which are 11 books.
Moses' books were written over 900 years ago. Types of writings were the Torah and Talmud. Talmud had 2 parts, Mishnah and Gemara.
Home.
Home is more important than a synagogue. The mother was an important role in faith. She was used for preparation of religious festivals like Passover. Small plastic metal wooden case called mezuzahs or mezuzah attached to the door contains Hebrew from Torah.
Hi, Mom! Want some food? Yes! Thank you, Mom! I love you! You're the best!
Food laws.
Orthodox homes prepare food accordingly with God's laws to make it kosher. Meat and milk must never be eaten at the same time. Torah, pork, and shellfish forbid. Meat blood is drained. Blood seen in life is not good. Animals are slaughtered by special methods to have the least amount of pain.
Coming of age and birth customs.
8-year-old boys were called a brit milah. At a young age, a small piece of skin called a foreskin was cut off the penis, done for Abraham as a sign of convent. Jewish kids were given 2 names, a Hebrew name and the name of their country. Girls were taken to a synagogue the first Saturday that they were born. The name was announced to the congregation, blessed from a rabbi, and welcomed to others in their family.
Hi, Mommy.
And you, my child, will be named Israel Kara. Israel from the country that you are born in, and Kara because that is your Hebrew name. High five.
13, boys considered were adults, and they would have their bar mitzvah followed by a party. And girls would, at 12 years old, would have a bat mitzvah. And the girls were considered daughters of convent, and the boys were considered son of convent.
Exodus.
The Exodus is when the Israelites were free from Egypt. This is important to the history of Judaism. Moses pleaded with the Egyptian Pharaoh to free the Israelites. The Pharaoh refused, so God sent a series of 10 plagues. Final plague killed all the firstborn sons of the Egyptians, and the Pharaohs gave in. The Israelites started the trip, but the Pharaoh changed his mind, and then he sent his army after them. When the Israelites reached the Red Sea, the sea parted, making a path for them. But when the army came across the sea, it closed and the men and horses drowned.
I'm free! I'm free!
10 Commandments! The 10 Commandments of Judaism are, I'm the Lord your God, worship no God but me, do not make or worship images, do not use God's name for evil purposes, observe the Sabbath, the holy day, respect your father and mother, do not kill, do not be unfaithful in marriage, do not steal, do not accuse anyone falsely, and do not envy things that belong to other people.
Whoa, weddings!
I love you!
For Jewish weddings, they could take place in a synagogue,
Home or outside?
Many couples decided to have their weddings outside as a reminder of God's promise to Abraham that they would have as many children as there are stars in the skies. Ceremonies depended on if service was Orthodox or progressive. Wedding starts with the signing of the contract called the ketubah. Man's responsibilities to wife take place under a chupala. Rabbis bless the marriage.
I do.
Just married!
Death customs!
Relatives make a tear in their clothes as a sign of grief. Up and at light a special candle in a holder, and they place it near the body as respect. Orthodox Jews always get buried. Progressive Jews may be cremated.
Starring Gisele and Raquel with Adona and Marshele. And this has been